Welcome back. We are ready now to knit the colorwork for what we have been calling forest floor. On our sock design, we finished the trees. They're coming down towards the toes, and now we have these two zigzag lines of gray on white. So I had cut off the trees from my pattern so that we can only focus on these parts that we're working on today. In the previous video, we finished this line of white, so we start with gray, 3 white, gray, 3 white. You will notice that these zigzag lines make it possible for us to never carry over yarn for more than 3 stitches. This will allow us to practice holding both strands of yarn as we work across, without stopping to weave like you have been doing in the previous part. Both skills are very helpful, and I really wanted you to focus on weaving in the back so that you get used to paying attention to the placement of your stitches. I think this set of 2 zigzag lines will be a great opportunity to practice holding both strands and working across. Sometimes they'll tangle a little bit and you'll have to stop, but most of the time you'll be able to hold them up like this and carry on. So we go gray, 3 white, gray, 3 white. I want to have white over gray here to avoid making a gap in the beginning. So here we go, gray, 3 white, 1, 2, 3. I just pick it up with my fingers and make sure my stitches are not squished. 1 gray, 1, 2, 3, 1 gray, 1, 2, 3, 1 gray, 1, 2, 3, 1 gray, 1, 2, 3. Make sure your stitches are not squished together. 1 gray, 1, 2, 3, 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 1, 1, 2, 3. We finished this round. Round 2 of zigzag, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. So we alternate, starting with white. Let's go. You see how here I had gray and 3 stitches, so I want gray over white to begin my round. And I carry both strands across. I don't need to worry about stopping to weave them together. Alternate white, gray, white, gray. If you get off track, you will know because you will have gray on gray, and that will mean you lost track and you need to start over. So wherever you had a gray stitch in the previous round, you now need to have a white stitch. We finish this round. Okay, 1, 2. The third one is again 3 white, 1 gray, but we start with 2 white because we need to make this little V of our zigzag. Okay, so we start with 2 white and then we carry on in a 3-1 pattern. And we're bringing along both strands of the yarn as we go. And you're practicing the skill along the way on this simpler way. Okay, now we have 3-1 pattern again, but the middle white becomes gray. So our first stitch is gray. And 3 white. There we go. We have only 2 more rounds of this pattern. So now it's alternating white-gray, starting with white. Notice that here we had 3 stitches of white, so we need to get this white and gray woven and begin with white. Notice, if you get carried away, you might get off track, so you will return back to the beginning by undoing 1 stitch at a time, just like this, and get back on track. Okay, the next round, 3 white, 1 gray, starting with 2 white. You made it. You finished the Colorwork pattern. We are right here now, right here at the end. We can put our paper to the side and we can check what to do now. Well, now you need to take a measurement. Remember that we wanted to have the right size sock. So this sock has the measurement that I need. I see that I still have about 1 inch or inch and a half before I am ready to close for the toes. How did we figure out? I took the measurement that I need for the full length of the foot. I subtracted 2 inches for the length of the toe decrease, and I got 7.5 inches. So if I measure, I see here that I have about 6 1/8 of an inch. I still need 7/8 to get to 7, and then another 1/2 inch. That will be gray. Okay, I will tell you the number of rows that will match the pattern I'm doing. You are welcome to do fewer or more gray rows depending on the length of the foot you need for your pattern. Remember, the length of the foot minus 2 inches is the length you need to reach before decreasing for the toes. I made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let me double check here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 rows before decreasing. 9 rows in gray. That's what we do next. I cut off white with a long tail. So if you're doing the same size as I'm doing for this pair, then you are knitting 9 rounds in gray. If you need a smaller sock, you will have fewer rounds in gray. If you need a longer sock, you will have more rounds in gray. This is a medium size sock for the shoe size between 8.5 and 10. Women's. Okay, let's go. You know how to knit single color rounds. We're going to knit this round together. Then I will stop recording and finish 8 more rounds. The next part video will show you how we decrease for the toes on this style of ankle sock. I hope you're enjoying this project, and I hope that you will create more of your own colorwork patterns for future projects as well. The same way we drew these trees, you can draw various shapes on grid paper and simplify them into stitches. You can use color pencils to shade the squares on your grid paper to make it easier to read as well. Alright, I made it around 1 time. This white stitch is stretching. I'm going to close it by pulling on the tail, tuck it inside. In the very last video, we will go over the finishing steps and weaving in all the ends. All right, see you in the next part.